Hello friends, I'm Santosh Vakaya. On 9th October, there was a panel discussion in Beyond the Box on poetry, and Anupma Dalmia had so graciously asked me to be a part of it, along with some great poets, some dynamic characters like Jasmine Khurana, Akila Gopalakrishnan, Mona Lisa Joshi. And I had even bookmarked the pages that I was going to read from my just launched book, Oh Hark, and I was very, very excited about it. But because of some technical glitch, I just disappeared from the scene. But I'm back, and I'm just very keen to recite a few stanzas from this book. It's a very weird sort of a book with very spooky, surreal, scary characters. There is a drummer there are three witches, and there is a midget who just loves to recite weird poems. And the drummer, there was a drummer who I had killed. After 10 pages, I had killed this drummer. But the moment I killed him, there was a barrage of questions from the readers. Why did you kill him, ma'am? Revive him. So I had to revive the drummer. So he's a very interesting character in this book. And this book has come back in a new avatar with illustrations by the incredible Avijit Sarkar. He has made some wonderful drawings, illustrations. And this is a book which will appeal to both the young and the old, and those who are very young at heart. So with your permission, I would just love to recite a few verses. Yes, before I forget, this I had written the entire book, entire verse, entire stanzas in a very vibrant writers group, the Significant League. In fact, I used to write it every day, 10 stanzas or so. And at one stage, I stopped writing. And then people said, why did you stop? Complete it. Write 100 pages. So this is a poetic narrative of 100 pages. So, and I'm going to recite a few stanzas from that. Thank you so much. Oh, hark. The shades of the evening had begun to fall. The ghostly trees rustled. With cautious tread he walked. In his mind 1,000 thoughts tussled. Who was that man with a hat on his head, smugly sitting on a tree stump? On whose side sat a cat, looking quite ferocious and also very plump. The butterflies in his stomach started fluttering in absolute fear as the man looked weirdly at him, on his face a triumphant leer. A few feet away paced a man impeccably dressed in a tuxedo, in his pocket a red handkerchief, on his face an unmistakable glow. In fear he mumbled, "It is not the best of times, only the worst." When an owl hooted loudly, his heart sank and he cursed. Soon it became very dark, and a dog let out a vicious bark. His eyes were pricked to some sounds in the dark, oh hark. A little distance away from him was a tree, skeletal and brown, under which sat an obese man wearing an ornamental crown. He shuddered. Would he now choke, surrounded by weird folk? Looking fearfully at the sky, where there was a wreath of smoke. Wipe that frown from your face and put up your socks, dude. And look sharp, you weirdo. Don't you even try to be so rude. Who was it? Who was it? His head jerked. Silhouetted in the dark was a figure. His face hidden, he was holding a gun with a hand on the trigger. Suddenly, with a very loud explosion, the dark forest resounded. He jumped up in fright, looked around, absolutely astounded. As though, with a sleight of hand, the figure with the gun vanished, but he continued to be scared. His fears were still not banished. The clouds now rumbled, and there was a flash of lightning. The scenario was absolutely spooky and very frightening. In this sudden flash, he saw a woman cooking on a stove. From a huge neem tree, anxiously watched a white dog. In the jungle, he had come to be far from the madding crowd. But even the jungle was not far, not away from the cacophony loud. Alas, his great expectations had been reduced to hard times. Indeed, sorry was the time and pathetic were the climbs. Maybe all this was a metaphor for existential quandaries. This thought made the lost man in his tracks freeze. Were they expressing their concern over the war-ravaged earth? The very idea now made his body shake with irrepressible mirth. Was he part of a painter's canvas with a childlike quality? Or whether in these weird hues there was some surreality? There was confusion and still more confusion, filling him with absolute panic and sheer exasperation. Had he inadvertently stumbled into Alice's Wonderland? Of which kind of weird humor was all this a brand? Under the greenwood tree, someone was singing the same refrain. He suddenly had a splitting headache, which could be migraine. Insects scuttled around the bushes. Was he really going insane? The thought of being incarcerated gave him immense pain. He gave his body a jerk, feeling claustrophobic and entrapped. In panic, he whirled around when on his shoulders someone tapped. Thank you so much for listening, friends, and thank you, Anupma Dalmia.